Namaste everyone. Thank you for joining today. Let's start the class with conditioning. Keep your feet together. Join your hands. Relax your shoulders. I'm sure now you all know how to breathe correct. Inhale, stomach out. Exhale, stomach in. We're going to do exactly the same thing what we did yesterday. Keep your feet together. Join your hands in Namaste. If you think you feel a little giddy or you're moving when you close your eyes, you can keep a little distance between your feet. That's no problem. Okay? Keep your feet together. Relax your shoulders. Join your hands and close your eyes. Inhale, stomach out. Exhale, stomach in. Bring complete attention to your breath and focus how your stomach moves. Inhale, stomach out. Exhale, stomach in. Inhale, stomach out. Exhale, stomach in. 2 more rounds. Just focus on your breath. Breathe with yourself. Bring awareness to your breath. Inhale, stomach out. Exhale, stomach in. Inhale, stomach out. Exhale, stomach in. Very, very gently open your eyes. Relax your hands and legs apart. So today's class is going to be all about joints and the issues you face with them. Now, what is a joint in the body? Any two bones which are getting connected, like your knee is connecting your shin bone with your thigh, so that this movement can happen. So the joints in our body basically are very, very important because that's where you can move. You can form all the movements because of the joints in the body. And sometimes we overuse it or we do not use it at all. So if you are not having the correct movements during the day is when we feel discomfort in our joints. So we're going to look at all the asanas which will help us move different joints of our body so that they don't get stiff or you've overused them. So then how do we relax those joints? So we are going to see both the types of asanas. One to move them and one to relax them. Okay, let's get started with the warm-ups like we do every time. Today we start the warm-up with our shoulders. So you're going to move your shoulders back and forward. And you're going to place your fingers on your shoulders. So bend your hands, fingers on your shoulders and start moving them. Clockwise first. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You're going to move it in the reverse direction now. 1, 2. See how your shoulders move. Feel the shoulder ball here. This is your shoulder ball which you're supposed to feel it. Get awareness to your body. And relax. From here, you're just going to move your hands in and out. Okay, not too high, not too low, just at the same level. Okay, 1, 2, very good. 3, don't keep your neck stiff, keep moving your neck. 4, 5, 6, smile on your face. 7, 8, 9 and 10. Excellent. We just made movements for our elbows right now. Okay, we're going to open up our chest. So you're going to bring our hands together, close your fingers and you're going to move in and out again. So open up and close. Inhale, open. Exhale, stomach in. Inhale, open. Exhale, stomach in. Stretch your back. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Excellent. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Feel your upper back. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. 2 more rounds. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And relax. We're going to move our neck today because this part of your neck is also very sensitive. So we're going to make movements of our neck today. Okay. So you're going to look up while inhaling and exhaling. You bring your chin to your chest, keeping your hands by the side. Okay. Let's go. Inhale up. Exhaling, chin to your chest. Inhaling up. Exhaling, chin to your chest. Inhale up. Exhaling, chin to your chest. Inhale up, last round. And exhaling, chin to your chest. Excellent. We're going to move our hips. So take more distance between your leg and we're going to rotate our hips. Start. 1, rotate properly. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reverse anti-clockwise. 1, 2. Warm up is very necessary. Do not miss on warm ups because you feel more stiff while doing the asana. So please do your warm ups. Warm ups are actually very good for your joints because you make movements of your joints while doing the warm ups. Okay, like yesterday, we're going to first move our toes, just your toes. So bring your leg on your heel and move your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to place your hands under your knee and then make your leg in out. So you're going to kick up. 1. Now if you think you can't balance, you're going to hold with one hand and the other hand goes to the support. Good. Move. 1, 2. Very good. 3, 4. Excellent. And kick. 5. And slowly down. You're going to do the same with the other leg. Move your toes first. 1, 2, 3. Nicely move your toes. Come on. 4 and 5. Place your hands under your knee. Lift your leg up and kick. 1, 2. Good. 3, 4 and 5. And relax. We're going to make soft movements of our legs. Like move your knee in out. Walking on the same place. So hands on your waist. And you're just going to walk your knees in and out. In and out. Let's go in rhythm. 1, 2. 1, 2. You come up on your toes and then go down again. You come up on your toes and then down. Bend your knee. 1, 2. Excellent. 1, 2. Keep moving. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2 more. 1, 2. 1 and 2. Excellent. And breathe. Okay. Like I mentioned in the poster that we are going to use the yoga belt and blocks today so that we can use props for better movement. Now if you don't have this yoga belt at home, you can use a dupatta or any scarf which is a little longer that you can stretch between your hands. There are ropes which you use to tie your mat. Even those can be used. That's completely fine. Okay. So we're going to hold this yoga rope in center like this with both your hands. Now this is an excellent exercise for frozen shoulder. Okay. If you have frozen shoulder, you can do this. Now in frozen shoulder, it's very difficult to move your shoulder or your hand. So the movement is restricted. So you will only move your hand till you are comfortable. No pushing yourself. Okay. So it's going to go like you stretch your hands, take good distance between the rope, not too long, not too short. How do you measure the distance? Okay. So I'm going to put my hands back. Now if it's very easy for me to move my hand, I'm going to reduce a little distance. Now I'm going to pull my hands back. Yes, this is giving me a nice stretch. So I'm going to hold on to this distance. Now if I reduce the distance too much, I can't move my hand back. So then I'm going to increase the distance and then roll my hand back. Depending upon your shoulder flexibility, please adjust the distance between the rope. Now when you go back, no bending your elbows. Your elbows need to stay straight. Don't bend your elbows. Okay, we're going to go for 10 counts. Let's go together. 1, full down and forward. Good. 2, full down and forward. Forward also bring it completely down. 3, go back and forward. 4, go back completely and forward. Feel how your shoulders are moving. Observe your armpits getting stretched. That's the part we do not stretch at all. This is really good for that. Yes, we are on the 7th count. Yes, I'm counting. Don't worry. 8, go back and forward. 2 more. Come on. 9, stretch. Back and forward. Last one to go. Stretch back and forward. Excellent. Now if you have frozen shoulder, you might only reach till here. No problem. Move your hand from here to wherever you reach. It's important that you make movement of your hand. Excellent. You're going to use the same rope now to move sideways. Without bending your elbow, you're going to move your hand sideways. So your hands are supposed to go behind your ears. Don't keep your hands here, a little behind, and then just move sideways. This is a little easier than what we did before. So let's go. 1, 2, both sides. Come on, move. 3, move. 4, excellent. 5, 6, yes, move. Don't bend your elbows, no bending your elbows. 7, 8, don't bend your elbows. 9, and the last one is 10. Excellent. We're just going to twist our back so that our back doesn't get stiff. So just move behind. 1 and twist. 2, twist. So inhaling, you come in the center. Exhaling, you twist. 3 more rounds. Inhale, exhale, and keep twisting. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay. So this is what we did for our shoulders and neck. Now we focus on a little more of our hip line. We're going to do the warrior pose, which is an excellent posture. It has lots of benefits, but today I'm using that posture is basically for your knee joints. So you're going to take 4.5 feet distance between your leg, or 3.5, whatever is comfortable. You're going to move your right leg out. So this is in and this is out. I'm just rolling my leg out. So use your heel and move your leg out like this. Place it nice and firm. Shift your weight on this leg. Don't put too much weight on your left leg. Now bend your knee. This is very important. So most of us, what we do is we shoot our knee ahead of your ankle. That's where the pain starts. Always remember that your knee and ankle have to be in one line. If that's not in one line, that's when your knee starts hurting. You're overusing your knee to get into the posture. This is overusing the knee, not the correct posture. Okay? So knee, ankle, one leg. This leg you want to stretch as much as you want, you stretch. But no stretching your knee. Okay? And you're going to square your hip in the center. Did you see my hip twisted a little while bending my knee? I don't want to do that. So I'm going to twist my hip in the center towards the camera. And then stretch my hands at the shoulder level. Yes. Now stay here. Here you're going to engage your knee, your thighs and your hamstrings. We're going to work on all 3 muscles. Okay, so just keep focusing here. Upper body is not moving at all. It's going to be straight in one line. Now we're going to look at the fingertips of the knee which is bent. So I'm going to look at my right hand fingertips. I'm going to hold there, breathe normally for 10 seconds. Let's go. 10, 9, see that your hand is not low and above, it's in one line. 7, 6, smile. 5, feel like a warrior, strong, brave, have courage. 3, 2, 1, and very slowly come back. Now, if you think there was too much strain on your knee, or your knee was hurting, you can keep your knee a little soft. Don't bend too much till the length of your ankle also. Keep it a little soft. Okay, or you can even keep it straight if your knee hurts. Now, there's one more very good movement you can do here. You can bend your knee soft and in out before the asana so that your knee don't hurt. This is for the people whose knees hurt a lot. Okay, so you can just move your knee in out very soft. Yes, keep moving your knee in out. Excellent. You can do it before and after the asana so that your knee muscles are not stiff. Great. Okay. We're going to keep our right leg out because we're going to do another asana. We're going to do Trikonasana. These are yoga blocks which you can use. Now, if you don't have a yoga block, you can use pillows. That's completely fine. But these are really, really nice. I would recommend if you buy one because they help in correcting a lot of postures, and doing a lot of yoga postures with the help of blocks have helped me a lot. So maybe might help you as well. So this block can be placed near your right leg. Now your knee needs to be straight. We're going to go for Trikonasana, which is a lateral stretch like this. For that, you need to keep your knees straight. Hips are squared forward again. hands at shoulder level. Inhale and exhaling you go down. Now, if you think your hands not reaching this level of the block, you can shift the block as the way you want and wherever you reach. Okay, so the height of the block can be changed. This is the lowest level, this is in between, and this is the highest. Wherever you want to reach, that's completely on your flexibility. Okay, so let's get into the posture and stay there for 10 seconds. Hold. 10, 9, 8. If you can't reach down, you use the block or you hold your leg, whatever is comfortable. 5, 4. Keep smiling. 3, 2, 1. And very slowly come back. Bend your knee and then roll your leg in so that you're not putting strain on your leg. You go on the left side, left leg out. What did we do before? The warrior one, right? So remember, hip square forward, bend your left knee only till your ankle level. No shooting your knee above your ankle. Stretch your hands, shoulder level. Now look towards the fingertips of your left hand. Feel brave, feel courageous and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7. Hips are squared forward. 6, 5, 4. See that your hand is correct. It's not down and up. Good. 3, 2, 1. Slowly make your knees straight. And from here we get into a Trikonasana. The same thing what we did on the right side. Now if you want to use a block, you can use a block. If your hands go down, excellent. If your hands don't go down, you can hold your ankle, your shin bone or wherever you reach. Okay? And stay. Keep breathing normally. 7, 6. Don't strain your knee too much. You can keep your knee soft. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back. Bend your knee and roll your leg in. And breathe. Excellent. I hope you relaxed. I'm not going too fast. So keep taking breaths in between. Have water if you want. We're going to do some sitting postures. So you can sit down on your mat. Now if you're not comfortable sitting on the mat, you can sit on the chair. Whatever is comfortable, you can sit on your sofa or your bed. You can do this exercise sitting on the chair and sofa as well. So we're going to sit on the mat and we are going to stretch our legs like this. Okay? Now, if you're sitting on the chair, you're just going to make your legs parallel to the floor. Sitting on the chair, raise your legs up and make them parallel to the floor. Good. Now, you're going to place a pillow. If you're on the chair, you don't need to do this. Okay? You're going to place a block or a pillow under your knee. Okay? Hands in Namaste. If you think your lower back hurts, you can take the support of your hands. No problem. Now, you're going to move your leg up, down. 1, 2. Keep raising your leg high. 3, 4. Excellent. 6, 7. Engage your thighs. 8, 9 and 10. Excellent. Bend your knee to your chest. Stay there. Breathe normally. Inhale, exhale. Now you're going to lock your hands under your leg and try making your knees straight. Yes, we are working on these muscles behind your knees and making them more open, making them more flexible. So keep making your knees straight. Now if you think you're here and you feel too much stretch, stay there. Don't make your knees straight. But if you're comfortable, then make your knees straight. And stay. 10, 9. Feel a nice stretch on your leg. 7, 6, 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bend your knee to your chest and make your leg straight. We're going to shift the block to the other leg. Right. Join your hands in Namaste and leg up, down. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Knee to your chest. Lock your hands and make your legs straight. If you can't, your knee is bending, that's completely fine. Don't push yourself more. You can have a muscle pull, so please don't push yourself making your knee straight. Stay. 7, 6, breathe. 5, 4, I look at the camera, you look at your toes. 3, 2, 1. Slowly bend your knees and legs straight. Breathe, inhale, exhale. forget breathing. Yoga is all about breath and focusing on yourself and being with your body for whatever time you're on the mat. We always keep thinking so much that we have no awareness of our body. Please while doing asanas, just focus on which part of your body is feeling the stretch, which part feels discomfort, how your breath moves when you do the posture. Okay, we're going to do butterfly today. Yes, it's a very famous yoga asana. You need to keep your feet together in namaste. This you might not be able to do it on the chair, but definitely on the sofa. You can lift your legs up on the sofa and join them in namaste. Now, if you think that your knee hurts a lot, then you can place the block under your knee. Like this. And stay in the posture. Okay? If you're comfortable, you can even lower the block size or remove that completely, whatever is comfortable. Okay, and stay. Breathe normally. Try keeping your back straight. Don't hunch like that. Try keeping your back straight. Yes, we are working on the quadriceps over here, because if all these muscles are tight, then the immediate pressure comes on your knee. Now, if your triceps or biceps are very stiff, the pressure comes on your elbows. So these muscles have to be flexible so that the strain does not come on your joints, because if they are stiff, the entire pressure comes on the joints. So it's very important to make your quadriceps, hamstrings a little more flexible. Yes, you're going to stay up. Now, if you feel bored staying in the posture, you can even move your legs up, down, whatever is comfortable. So you can just tap your knees up and down. Just gives a nice movement to your leg. And then we hold in the posture for 10 seconds. Stay there. 10, 9, 8, breathe, stay there. 7, keep pushing your knee down to the floor. 5, 4, push your knee down. 3, 2, 1. And slowly stretch your legs forward. Okay. Now what I'm going to show you is for making your knee strong. A lot of us are facing knee problems these days. The major reason we are facing a knee issue is because of overweight. Our body weight is so much that our bones cannot handle it. Okay, you're putting too much pressure of your weight on your body, on your bones and joints, which is not at all good. So weight management definitely helps in reducing these pains from your body. Now this is especially for knee pain. You're going to press your knee down and lift your heels up. Can you see my heels lifting up? I'm not lifting my leg up. No, I'm just lifting my heels up, pressing my knee down. So I'm going to press my knee down and lift my heels up. I'm going to stay up for 5 seconds. Then I'm going to drop my heel and make my toes reach the floor. I'm going to stretch my toes like this. Stay there for 5 counts. And then again lift my heels up. You can do this every day. They work wonders on your knee muscle. Yes, it is really good. Then press your toes down and lift your heels up. Very simple. You can do this while watching television or using your phone, or you're just sitting idle reading a book. Just stretch your legs, lift your heels up and drop your toes down. Lift your heels up, drop your toes down. Lift your heels up and drop your toes down. It's a tip which you can do anytime during the day. You don't have to do warm up for this, or you don't have to remove a particular time. So please keep doing this to strengthen your knees. It really helps. Okay, let's lie down. We're going to lie down on our back. And we're going to use the rope again, or you can use the dupatta like I mentioned earlier. How do you sleep? No sleeping directly. Take the support of your hand and then slowly turn on your back. Nice. Okay? You're going to use this rope to put it on your leg like this. Correct. And then make the other leg straight. You're going to keep pulling the rope and pull the leg towards yourself. You will feel a very nice stretch on your hamstrings, and if you pull it correct, it goes up to your calf muscles as well. I told you earlier, the more these muscles are open and flexible, the less the knee pain. So we need to work on the flexibility of our hamstrings and thighs as well. Okay, so keep pulling this towards yourself and stay there. 10, 9, when you have too much leg pain, you can try doing these. These really help. Okay, when you walked a lot, or you've gone on treks, or you go on a holiday where you walk, like you've traveled a lot and you're walking basically more, you strain your legs, right? Your legs start hurting, you feel tired. that time also you can do this exercise because this helps the reverse blood circulation in your body, right? It helps the blood to go in the reverse direction when you hold your leg up. So you can do this at that time also. It really helps. Okay, we're going to change the leg. We're going to bring the other leg and bring this leg slowly down and pull this leg towards yourself. Yes. If this distance is too much to you, even this much if you're feeling the stretch, okay, stay here, no problem. Whatever is your comfortable, whatever you are comfortable at, please do that. Okay, and stay. Keep smiling and keep feeling a nice stretch on your leg. Okay, now if you think that your knee is bending a little while holding this, no problem. Important is that you feel the stretch. If you're feeling the stretch and your knee being a little soft or bent is completely okay. Okay, and stay. Last 5 counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And very slowly you relax. Slowly bring your leg down and breathe. Just breathe normally. The next asana we are going to do is a bridge pose or Setu Bandhasana. You are going to bend your knees. This also you can do it on the bed. All this which I am showing you, if you are not comfortable sitting on the floor, please do this on the bed or sofa or wherever you feel comfortable. Okay? Now, you can hold your heel if possible. Otherwise, you can keep your hands near your heel. No need of holding your heels. Keep hip distance away. So your knees are going to be hip distance away. Not too much away, not together. Okay? So they are going to be hip distance away. If you are comfortable holding your heels, hold your heels. Inhale and then slowly exhaling, you lift your hips up. Do you see I am lifting my hips up? Yes, I am pulling my stomach in and lifting my hips up. And I stay there, I breathe normally. Now here, if you think your knees hurt a lot, you can place the block between your knees and then lift it up. This is also one variation which you can use. Now if you think your hips are not lifting up at all, you can place the block under your hip and then place your hips there, so that your lower back does not get the pain. Okay, and also you get lifted up higher. So you can use the blocks in the way where you feel comfortable, where your posture gets correct. 5 more counts. Stay there. 5. Keep lifting your hip up. Come on. Hip up. 4. Hip up. 3. Lift your hip up. 2. Lift your hip up. 1. And very slowly relax. And breathe. Inhale, exhale. Relax yourself. Breathe normally. Slowly turn on one side and so these were the few asanas which we discussed for joint pain, which you can do literally every day. These asanas which I showed you can be done any time of the day. Like before sleeping, you get up in the morning and you feel like doing them. You feel like your arms are stiff, then you can just move your arms like this, in, out. Try keep moving your body throughout the day so that your muscles don't get stiff. When the muscles get stiff, entire pressure comes on the joint. So we really need to avoid that. Second, if there is too much inflammation in our body, is also when our joints pain. Although gluten products cause a lot of inflammation in our body. So that is why the whole gluten-free trend has started. You can include leafy vegetables in your diet. That really helps reducing the inflammation because of the fiber content. Eat more of fruits, eat more of leafy vegetables. The lesser inflammation in your body, the stronger are your bones and muscles. So you can include this in your diet every day. It really helps. Okay, before ending the class, we will do one pranayam which would not really help in increasing your reducing your joints, joint pain or anything, but it will really calm you down. It will relax your muscles, which is also very important. Do not overuse your muscles or your bones. Do not put too much strain in them. Resting is also very important for your body. Please rest. Sleep properly. Have 8 hours or 6 hours of sleep, which is important, very important. Okay, so we're going to do a very simple pranayam which is called as Nadi Shodhan or alternate nostril breathing. It relaxes you immediately. So we're going to just inhale from our right side and then exhale from the left nostril. Again inhale from your left nostril and exhale from your right nostril. So I'll just show you. You can use your thumb and little finger if you're not comfortable with the Vishnu Mudra. So you can just use the thumb and the little finger. So you're going to close your left nostril, inhale from right and then exhale from left. Inhale from left and exhale from right. So when I'm inhaling from right, I close my left nostril. When I exhale from left, I close my right nostril. You need to close one nostril for breathing from the other. Okay. So I'm going to give you counts and you will do 3 rounds. Okay. Let's start. Close your left nostril. Inhale from right. 1, 2, 3. Exhale from left. 1, 2, 3. Inhale from left. 1, 2, 3. Close your eyes. Exhale from right. 1, 2, 3. Inhale from right. 1, 2, 3. Exhale from left. 1, 2, 3. Last round. Inhale from left. 1, 2, 3. Exhale from right. 1, 2, 3. Inhale from right. 1, 2, 3. Exhale from left. 1, 2, 3 and relax. Slowly bring your hands down and open your eyes. Thank you so much for whoever attended the class. I'll be saving the video for those who couldn't attend. I'll be putting up on YouTube so you can go back and practice these again if you keep forgetting them. I'm really happy to most of you all are joining. A lot of people suffering from COVID are also experiencing joint pains. You can try doing these asanas if you feel healthy and you do not have too much weakness during your COVID time. If this is helping you, I'll be very happy to help. You can message me if you are facing any other discomfort which I can show you asanas for or I can help you with. This is a very generic class which I am taking which can cater most of you all. But if you all have any specific issues, please DM me or WhatsApp me. I will always be happy to help. Thank you.